Alright, shed update time. It has been quite a while, as I'm just now kind of realizing. So, yeah, a lot has happened. Engine, I just got that back in today. Everything is done, ready to go together. I gotta pull the bell housing back off, put the flywheel in, and put the transmission on, and then engine goes in. That's happening tonight. Just got this back from the school. So, yeah, it's come out pretty good. There's a couple of things inside it that are a little bit iffy, but, you know, all the valves are nicely redone. All the bearings were new still in it, so, because this engine was rebuilt and never run, so it's got all new bearings. And everything else was pretty good inside. Like I said, there's a couple of slightly iffy things I don't really want to quite admit, but it should be alright. So that's pretty much ready to go. Paint. Got the paint kind of dulled down with a gray Scotch pad. Kind of not as shiny now. Matches the rest of the car reasonably well. Happy with that. Gone ahead and done some mild assembly work in here, just for fun. Antenna hooked back up. Had some fun playing the original AM radio. Still works pretty good. And then other news. We have carpet privileges now. Got this carpet out of the green car. I'm noticing it looks slightly more green than it actually is on camera. It's really not very green at all. You don't really notice that it's out of place in a blue car in person. Looks pretty good. So it took me about, I don't know, an hour and a half to put that in. It was mostly just cleaning the floor because everything was already cut to fit, so it just dropped right in place. But got the grill panel off. Put some undercoating type of stuff on there. That looks alright. All the pieces for the engine all ready to go together. I would have liked to have put a little bit more of it together at school. However, I really want to put it in this weekend, so that's all stuff I can do out here. Not really dependent on being at school. So I figured I'd bring it out here. It's kind of long block sort of state. So I can just kind of toss it in and then put it all together. So happy with how that is. It's pretty good. So, I guess that's enough jibber jabber. I better get back to it if I want to get this in tonight. So, yeah, that's what's up. Hopefully, next time you see this, it'll be in and looking like a car. So, alright, back to work. Alright, shed update. It is the next evening. I have made a fair bit of progress. Engine is in. Engine is mostly dressed. There's a handful of little snags that still need to be addressed. But, for the most part, pretty well all put together. It's a lot of the larger stuff anyway. So, happy with how it's coming along. Just going through the motions of getting all the little knick-knack stuff all put together. Making sure it's all right and nice and hopefully without wrecking anything, and making sure everything doesn't get all scratched up and gouged, because not that it really matters, but I've put enough time into it that I kind of like to see it fairly nice, at least for a little while. So that's what's going on. Went through, I got a set of spark plugs in there. Nice set of used spark plugs, only the finest of materials around here. Pretty cool, some AC green lines, I like them. Went through, got them all cleaned up. So that should work good. And yeah, got the oil lines hooked up, vacuum line, distributor in, starter. Engine was a bit of a pain to put in, but it worked out. I got the transmission bolted onto the engine, and then put it all in as one unit, and then put the cross member in. So that was honestly the hardest part, putting the cross member down in there. But got it in. Had a couple friends over just to help hold it in place, but it worked out. So hopefully, let's see. So this is Friday evening. Tomorrow, I'd like to get most of it together, and then Sunday I want to get it all the way together, and then hopefully running and maybe driving. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. So, there's a couple little things I gotta track down. I gotta find a fitting for the heater hose back there. It got, when they came out, got wrecked. So I gotta track down the right fitting. But aside from that, there's only a couple of little things that are kind of holding me up, and everything else is just nuts and bolts and putting it together. So, in theory, anyways, in theory. So that's what's going on. I am very tired, so I'm gonna call it a night. But more on this soon.